I heard the story of a man traveling all the way from Lagos to Ibadan. Somewhere along the line on that route, he fell among thieves. They took the vehicle from him, his phones, valuables, his monies. They made him lie down on the coal-tar. And when the thieves had gone with his vehicle and everything that he had at that point, he stood up, lifted up his hands and began to thank the Lord. People rushed to him and said, you are lifting up your hands and thanking God. You should be crying. You should be shouting, wailing. He said, why should I? I am thankful that I am alive. They could have killed me. He that has life has hope. He said, I want to tell you 3 reasons why I am thanking God. Number 1, they did not take my life. If they have taken my life and taken the car, I would have been finished. But you know that now that they took the car, left my life, I still have opportunity to have other cars and better cars. Number 2, I have something that they can take, which means God had blessed me to the point that somebody can look for a way to take what I have. The man will not get anything. The Lord they take from him. And I said, number 3, I want to thank God that life had not dealt with me so badly that I became a thief. To be the one taking from people. Look at your neighbor and say, brother, sister, you have every reason to thank the Lord. You have every reason to thank the Lord. Thanksgiving belongs to God, not to man. Have you not known that you don't do thanksgiving to men? You only can thank men. You can give to men, but you cannot give men thanksgiving. It belongs only to Jehovah. And if he does, how we come before his presence to give him thanks is very important. You know, some of us see it as a normal, usual ceremony. Let's just go and dance. Let's go and eat. But it's more than that. I almost canceled and I said to them, let's not make food for people to eat. They were suggesting it. I said, no. People have still not understood the essence of Thanksgiving. It's not to come and eat. We eat at home. It's not a party. But it's a time for men to gather what they have and come with an attitude of gratitude to say, my Father, I want to offer this to you in what? Thanksgiving. I offer my life first, then I offer my substance to say thank you for keeping me alive, for providing for me, for giving me health. But how many of us does this? The little things we take for granted are very important. I have shared in this house some time ago. My own very dear friend, a minister of the gospel, woke up on a Monday, one faithful morning, and his blood was full, wanted to ease himself. He went to the toilet, but the thing didn't come out. urine didn't come out. He concentrated. He shook himself. He did what he knew to do, but nothing came out. Yet the bladder was full. In agony and strong pain, they rushed him to the hospital. And there they fixed a catheter and drew the urine out of his system. He was relieved. But before he was let to go, he had to pay some money. And he said he paid 5,000 for that thing to be done. Then he understood that this thing that God gave him, the ability to urinate without stress, was an expensive thing. If it has to be taken to the hospital. Somebody say, expensive piece. The thing didn't stop there. He thought he was okay. He drank water again, ate, and he couldn't still urinate. They had to take him again to the hospital, and he paid another 5,000, and then he became afraid to drink water. But you know, the body is full of what? Water. And the water in the body began to also come, and he needed to urinate. He had to go again, another 5,000. And he knew something was wrong. So he gave himself compulsory fasting and prayers. How can I be paying for urination, for urinating? May you not see evil in life that will make you spend money. If you go to Igbobi, Lagos, people's legs that are hanging from the ceiling. If you go to UBTH, if you go to even, what do you call it now, specialist, or some of these hospitals, it will shock you. Some people have been on the sick bed for months, some years. They have not been able to get up. And you are free to move about. Everything is okay with you. And you are still full of complaints. Somebody says it's an error. You won't believe this. While he was busy praying and calling upon God, early hours of that morning, as the day began to dawn, his dogs began to bark. He had Alsatian dogs, 3 of them, big dogs. They began to bark, and they were running frantically all over the compound. He thought thieves had entered. As he was praying, one of them rushed towards the gate, wanting to pass under to go out. He couldn't. There he died. The second one died at the back. The third one, somewhere in the compound. All 3 dogs died. The minute they died, he wheeled on himself. The enemies had polluted the dogs in the compound, and the dogs, being present, had afflicted him. What the enemies use to destroy us, they are not big. But the God that keeps you from this evil, how will you say, Baba God, I what? I thank you.